Well, hello and welcome to Rebel Republic. I'm the worst goddamn podcast host in the universe, Steve Cully. Yeah.
Finally, you admit it.
Everyone's have a good laugh. Good. We got the jackass voice of reason next to me, Frank Cristiano.
Take 2 oranges and suck on them.
Frank, yeah.
Take 2 oranges and suck on these.
Go open another Lottaburger. That was a great.
Yeah, that was the best.
Open another fucking Lottaburger.
That was the best.
And you, fuck you too. There's Dave. Hi, Coach. How are you? You having a good time? Everyone having a good time? I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time.
Tell us what happened.
So I have to apologize to our audience. I was promised that John McEntee was going to make an appearance, and he is not. I paid him, and on my way here, he asked for more money.
It's not John McEntee that's asking.
I think it is. I think it is. And I'm going to bash him.
It's some guy.
I'm going to bash him.
Ahmad Montazi.
I'm going to read the comments on Twitter that people said about him.
Yeah.
This is what people said about John McEntee.
It's not him.
Why?
It's not him, dude. It's not him.
I know, but this is what people say about him.
That's not him.
Isn't this the same guy that got fired for gambling? He sends creepy texts to women. He's not brilliant. So do you admire brilliant people? Because I said, he was brilliant. And then I said Ted Bundy was brilliant. I don't admire him, but I think he's brilliant. He said that he's a brilliant failure. He's a pedophile. And he's a small-minded and has a little dick. That's what the comments were. So that is what people think of John McEntee.
But that wasn't John McEntee that you.
Well, you know what? That's what they think of him.
This could be slander.
That's what they think of him.
This is definitely slander, and I want no part of it.
I read what other people said. It's not what I said. It's what other people said. So it's not slander. How about that? Sue me, John McEntee. Sue me, please. I got a great lawyer.
Could have paid me the couple $100.
Yeah.
I'm always here. Lawyer. I'm always reliable.
I got a great lawyer.
Yep. You do.
My dad will bury him. Yep. So I don't even know what's going on tonight. This presidential thing.
Yeah, he's addressing Congress.
Is it the State of the Union?
No, it's not State of the Union. It's just Trump being Trump, man. He
just wants to talk to Congress.
Yeah, he's got to get up there
and he can do that. He can say, Congress assemble.
He can call whatever he wants. He's the president. Absolutely. You don't have to show up if you don't want to.
You can say, Congress assemble. I want to speak to you at 9 o'clock.
It's like the Avengers.
That's ridiculous.
Avengers assemble.
That's ridiculous.
Why is it
9
ridiculous?
9 o'clock at night?
That's normally when they do it. So there's a national viewing audience. What are they going to do it at 5?
Why do they want an audience?
Because he wants to show the United States that he's keeping his promises. He's staying on point. He is doing what he told the American public he would do if he got elected and when he got elected. And he is, listen, promises made, promises kept. I think that's what you're going to hear that statement tonight. That's worth it. It's great. Let him talk.
Steve.
Yep.
Do not.
What? No, I'm just letting him know. I'm just letting him know.
You're letting Abib know. You're not letting Johnny McEntee know anything.
Some kid in a boiler room in Mumbai.
Account for years, and the guy who's taking that account.
Yeah.
Send me money.
Yeah.
Send me money. I need money now.
You can Western Union it to me.
Yeah. Fucking the cash app.
Can you take Venmo? No. India only takes cash app. It's fantastic. Isn't the world?
I tried to cash app it and they wouldn't let me cash app it too. That was your first sign.
Right. Now, here's the thing. America always progresses and it always feels like it's good, but the scammers always out-progress the progression.
They do.
They always find ways to get you to give up cash or homes or property rights or anything that you're and then it doesn't seem like they do anything with it. It's not like I see lifestyles of the rich and famous in India with all these guys that are, of course, they don't want to get caught. That's probably why. But it's amazing how the scam artists always end up on top as far as figuring
he's on top.
The new technology of how to scam people.
I got scammed.
Yep.
I got scammed. I might as well have just gotten railed in the ass with no lube.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what happened.
Well, basically, for $200, you can have that.
It might have
anywhere.
just taken a big black dildo and shoved it up my ass.
That could happen.
Yeah,
that could happen.
That's what happened.
Well, one more trip in prison for you, and that could definitely happen.
Yeah, well, I haven't been to prison.
Sure, you have.
No, I have not.
Who says you haven't?
When have I been to prison?
I don't know.
I've never been to prison.
That's what's written on the bathroom walls.
Thank you, Steve Foley.
Yeah. Yep. I'm just so generous.
Yeah. Listen,
it's my fault. My fault.
We've got
because I'm a Democrat.
That's all right.
So I believe in giving. I believe in giving.
You were a registered Democrat.
I am a registered Democrat.
So
I still believe in helping people and giving money.
You do. Yeah. And,
I would give the shirt off my back. And I got fucked for it.
You give it away just like USAID.
Yes.
You third partied it to somebody. So. Well, listen, tonight you've got the address, right?
Yep.
We have certain members of Congress not showing up in protest. In protest. They're protesting.
Because they don't like Trump?
Yeah, they don't like any policies. Because the policies are taking away the free money. Bottom line, we have a ton of people standing with Ukraine. I don't know what that exactly means, but they're standing with Ukraine. They're doing the little Facebook posts, I'm with Ukraine. What else do we have? Oh, we got in government now, Doge has found even more money coming out of Social Security and Medicare. And Medicaid, excuse me. So they actually posted a small list. It's a list of just 8 or 9 different violators right now, all of them being illegal immigrants. Who have had either 7, 8, or 9 Social Security numbers.
This is probably an illegal fucking immigrant.
The Social Security Administration actually sent 7 Social Security payments to one immigrant from Peru, and they sent the checks to Peru. So, how do Democrats and how do these politicians on the Hill come out and defend any of this? Because when you are attacking what Doge is doing, you are defending that all that wasted money that's going out to third parties, to immigrants, to probably back end politicians that are taking it in the loop once the money's laundered. I don't understand how they can stand up there and defend that. I think it's a travesty. It's an insult to this country. Dave, what do you think? I think it's an insult to the country.
I do too. Why do you have a background of a brick wall? Did you become a Joe D?
Broke out like Joe D. So I think Trump's done a great job. I think.
Well, how many executive orders has he signed?
It's probably 100 by now.
I think Trump, with respect to Ukraine, does not trust Zelensky and his motives.
Wow. Right.
And
Zelensky, when he comes to the White House, I love the way he dresses. He wears cargo shorts.
What is it? Cargo shorts?
Cargo pants. He wears cargo pants.
In a suit, with his hat in hand.
He doesn't wear a suit.
And begging to get more help because he needs it.
Yeah.
He's not savvy like Netanyahu is to make sure he gets his people what
Netanyahu isn't that the Israel guy?
It's the Prime Minister of Israel.
Oh yeah.
To make sure he gets what he needs.
Who runs Hamas?
Who runs what?
Hamas. Everyone talks about the Israel.
It's a conglomerate. It's a conglomerate of 4 or 5 different guys.
Oh,
4 or 5 different guys. I mean, they have a head, and then the next guy down, and all that. But
are they pretty well organized or not?
Yeah, they're in Qatar. They're all in high rises in Qatar, away from the action in Gaza.
Who actually started the war?
What war?
The Israel-Gaza, the Hamas.
Well, the Arab-Israeli war has been going on for about 4,000 years.
I know that. I'm not talking.
The most recent.
Yes.
Okay, so
the one
October 7th.
You sent it to the comedy club. We sent money to Ukraine.
No, that's Ukraine.
Okay.
The October 7th, there was a surprise attack on all different sides, whether it would be air, ground, or sea, from Hamas going into Israel, the territory, into the country, and killing and kidnapping Israeli citizens.
Oh,
and some of those are Israeli American citizens that were there. and took them. And
they got killed too. The Americans,
the Israeli Americans, sure.
Oh,
And some were just released actually for this last ceasefire deal.
right.
Some Israeli Americans were released along with Israeli nationals.
Right.
And now the ceasefire is crumbling as we speak because Israel said Hamas is not keeping up to their end of the bargaining, the negotiations. And now they're probably looking for the U.S. to step back in again and reestablish a long-term ceasefire to be able to get the final options out of there, whether there's anybody still left in Gaza,
right,
held by Hamas, and what Israel in return would have to do to sort of appease Hamas in this. So, yeah, I don't think they're going to appease Hamas. They made their minds up a long time ago. Hamas will be eradicated. And I think once they get all the hostages back, they're right back in there again, and they're going to go hunt everybody down.
You think it'll start right back up again, just like
I think it will. Yep.
Dave, do you think that could happen as well?
If they don't finish the job, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
They would go right back and do that. That's crazy.
Of course they would. Why wouldn't they?
Well, because I thought that they're trying to, make peace.
Hamas?
Yeah, they're trying to end.
You'll never have peace in that region of the world.
Yeah, I thought that's
Well,
Palestine.
you can.
Palestine's the one that's trouble. Isn't it Palestine?
Yes.
So you're telling me there's no difference between Palestine and Hamas?
Of course, Hamas is an organization.
Okay, thank you.
Palestine is a region.
Oh, right.
But that is being claimed by several ethnic groups, not just the Arabs, Israelis. There are others that are Christians. There's a ton of old world. What can I say? They're planting the flag. They've all been there for 4,000 years. All the different,
in the same area.
Yes.
But they don't get along.
No, because
is it just purely religion?
Yes.
Oh,
it's religious.
I think that's ridiculous.
They don't want. The Arabs do not want Jews to infringe on the Arab world.
It's
any territory.
Purely because they're Jewish.
Absolutely. And with the Jews, it's purely because they're Arabs.
That really is senseless.
Well, but
that's a stupid reason to fight.
No, it's not, first of all, with the Jews, it's definitely not because they're Arabs. It's because the Arabs attack them.
Right, yeah, right. But it's because they're Arabs. They don't trust an Arab. They don't trust any Arabs.
Dave, do you trust? I'm Arab. You trust me, right?
What?
I'm an Arab. You trust me?
I don't judge anybody off of. I think it's completely the opposite. I think that in the Middle East, the Arabs control most of the Middle East, and
because of the oil.
No, they just control. They they don't want the Israelis there. I just think it's simply that.
So it has nothing to do with being Jewish.
It does.
Well, it does. Israelis are Jewish, but a lot of it has to do with they're not Muslim, right?
Well, not all Arabs are Muslim. They're Catholic too.
Yes, so the Muslims don't like the Catholic Arabs either.
Really?
Arabs don't like Arabs.
We don't like our own people.
Iran and Iraq they were fighting each other for 40 years. Border wars. Saudi Arabia doesn't trust Iran.
So you're telling me the Arabs fight their own people.
Turkey doesn't want to claim any of the Arab nations. They can't stand anybody. Right.
Wow. So it's truly a holy war. They said it's a holy war. It's been going on.
You will never.
Hamas's attack is beyond holy war. It's more genocidal.
It's like Hitler, right?
It's different, but I guess the end result is the same.
Yes, they want to eradicate the Jews.
Right.
So you're telling me
you're open and outward about it. So
if Hamas had their choice,
doing it behind closed doors,
they would just keep this war going. You're telling me.
Who? Hamas?
Hamas. Yeah, you're saying if they would just
is to eradicate Israel.
That's their entire purpose in life.
That's
not to have a job or raise a family. They just want to kill Jews.
Hamas
Steve,
might be.
Yes.
Hamas
Steve.
Wow.
They are throwing thousands upon thousands and thousands of Palestinians into the fire to be shields against
Shield.
against the Israeli retaliation coming into Gaza and leveling Gaza. They left all their people there to die.
Well, then they're not very well organized.
They're organized. Oh, they're organized. The tunnels are there. The weaponry is there. The communication is there.
And they just leave their people to die?
Not their people who are doing the military operations for them and the terrorist operations. The average mom who's got 4 kids.
That's who's the shield?
Let me ask you a question, Steve.
Please
So
do.
when the guy took money from you today,
Oh, fuck.
would you consider that evil?
You know what, Dave?
No, I'm asking you.
If he need, you know what? He obviously needs it more than me.
No,
So, no.
I'm asking you a question.
I don't.
Would you consider someone scamming you out of money?
No.
Would you consider that to be evil?
No. I feel sorry for them. I'm very sad.
You are a Democrat.
You
are truly a Democrat.
True Democrat.
They need it more than me.
You feel sorry for the person that caused you victimhood.
I do, because they clearly, to do that to someone, their life must be so bad.
No,
that they do that.
They're evil. Don't you understand this? You are a Democrat. You're correct.
No, I think they
total.
So
totally
you think
Democrat.
this person who did this is rich? There's just some rich scammer. I think it's someone desperate that probably can't eat dinner tonight, and he found gullible Steve.
But he has a laptop and internet service.
Well, yeah, I don't know. He has
and a Facebook page.
Yeah, well, everyone's
listen. Stop feeling sorry for. No, you don't feel sorry for anyone.
I do.
You don't need to feel sorry for anyone. You don't need to feel sorry for anyone.
Watch this, Yuri. Watch this. I got one on the line, Yuri.
You think that's what they're doing? That's what they're doing?
That's what they're doing.
If that's what they're doing, then
call up Ruth Chris. We're getting reservations for tonight
in Mumbai.
If that's what they're doing, then yes, it's evil.
There's a Ruth Chris in Mumbai.
It's evil. Yes, 100%. It's evil. I believe for a person to do this to someone, to stoop that low,
we got dinner.
They're obviously very desperate. I think they're desperate. And they'll it's like robbing a bank.
So let me put in.
That's what I believe.
Let me put it in perspective for you. So what I do and what this scammer online does is the same.
What do you do?
I get up in the morning, I go down to my store, I open the door, and I go to work. He gets up in the morning.
This is what he does.
This is his work. That's his job.
He just finds people to mess with.
That's his job.
And take their money.
That's his job.
5 in a day. 5 times 200 is what?
You think that? Really? You think there's 5 people that gave this person $200?
No, I think there's 1 today that gave him $200.
You know what?
We have a winner.
You know what?
Yeah,
if I could drive, I would drive to Jersey and bash your head into that brick wall.
That's right. That's right.
My God.
That's right.
Oh my God, you're too big. I can't be dealing with you.
I can't believe that. Like, this is a job. Like, someone does this all day.
That's their job. Listen, a criminal, a thief. That's his job. He's a thief. A drug addict. A drug addict is that's his job. His job is to.
I agree.
Everyone has a purpose and a function.
I agree.
It may not be so I went to Cortland State. People, when they graduate, members of my fraternity, when they graduated, they had 3 choices in life. There seemed to be no other choice. You were either a cop, you were a criminal, or you were a gym teacher. That's basically what they ended up out of Cortland. Everybody in my fraternity is either a cop, a teacher, a gym teacher, or a criminal.
Oh, criminal.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, you had the guy in the Secret Service.
He wasn't in my fraternity.
Why wasn't he?
I don't know. I have no idea. You don't want to. Who cares? I don't care.
So he wasn't like a partier.
I don't know. I never got in depth like that with him. We'd hang out, but I mean, it's not. Who knows? It's not. You don't have to be a party to be in a fraternity. I'm just saying.
You do.
No, you don't. I'm just saying. There are places for people. That is their job in life.
So this person he from the morning. He said, "I'm working." Steve Cully.
Right.
This is my mark.
Well,
wait a
once you
minute.
reached out to him, he was already. He's been working for you for days.
This is my mark.
Right.
I'm working.
What time did you contact him today?
He was last night. We started talking.
Last night. So that was morning time. He was having breakfast while you were giving. He's in India.
So you're telling me he's not even in the country?
No.
Most
of them are Eastern Bloc. Most of them are in Eastern Bloc or India, China.
But he's so convincing.
Oh, that's their. Listen, if you're good at your job, you're going to be good at your job. He's convincing.
You think he's a good scam artist?
He's probably,
and he did a great job.
I don't know if I could do that. That's a good. He did. He
worked
job.
me all day.
He did. Probably did.
Messaged me all day. Talked to me all day. I thought
you
it was
need to talk to him. That's the amazing part.
Yeah.
Well, it's
he's probably talking to 6 people at one time. He's just trying to see who he can grab. That's all.
Yeah. It's his account. It's his account.
Well,
it has to be. I'm gonna see if Burton has his number.
That's what you got to do. Yeah, look it up.
I'm gonna call Burton.
How's
No. You know what? I am. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him.
You call him Mike Burton.
I'm calling him right now.
And what's Mike Burton going to do?
He might have his number.
Huh. This is interesting.
Well, I think I'll get my proof.
You truly are a rebel, Steve.
No, he's not going to answer me.
Of course not.
Call has been forwarded to voicemail.
God damn it. Thanks, Mike. Thanks.
He doesn't want to talk to you.
I'll give you my next donation of Bleeding Blue.
So with everything that's gone on this past week, now you listen. We have tariffs in place. Last night they went into motion. The market is tanked. I don't know.
Oh, it's dropped
1,500 points. I think in the last 2 days, the Dow. You're going to see a rebound. The futures are up a little bit because I think I forget what his name is. He's one of Trump's cabinet. And he had mentioned that there's probably wiggle room on the tariff numbers, so maybe they could negotiate something together with Canada and Mexico. I don't think there's any wiggle room in China, but Canada and Mexico will probably change.
So what does that mean? The whole tariff thing?
Well, and it doesn't mean anything immediately. See, people are freaking out right now, but it doesn't mean anything immediately. But that means there is something immediately. Certain things will automatically, you'll see an increase a little bit. To the consumer possibly, but you have to realize most of the supply chain is in place right now, so you're not going to see a ton of price increase right off the bat, but you may see price increase down the road in a month or two. That supply chain runs dry, the new supplies come in, and they'll have those tariffs slapped on them. So now it's up to the companies, the distributors, to find out if they want to actually pass that tariff increase along to the customers.
Oh, okay. Is it a significant increase?
Well, it's 25% right now for Canada and Mexico. So it'll be a 25% increase in what companies here in the U.S. have to pay for those items, and then in turn they can slap that increase onto the consumer if they choose to, or if they could find another purchaser. For something, right now, a lot of lumber comes from Canada. What's the U.S. doing right now? Trump is putting into warp speed lumber production and lumber companies' movements in the U.S. He's trying to get that to top speed right now. They won't be able to produce what they need right away because they're way behind the 8 ball, because Canada would just send them the finalized product. Now he's asking, all these producers, lumber producers, to go in and sort of get this pace picked up at high speed to be able to replenish what we may not buy from Canada. There's ways around it. I don't think you're going to see a huge effect, at least not for the U.S. It's more detrimental to Mexico and Canada because Canada and Mexico's GDPs have a large section, a large portion of it from the United States purchases. I mean, I think 27% of the GDP of Mexico is just U.S. purchases. Canada maybe even a little.
Why is everyone in Canada mad? Because he keeps saying he wants it to be the 51st state.
Well, that's an insult, but that's just.
I don't think it's an insult. Canada sucks.
That's an insult. You can't say they're fine.
They don't do anything. Well, they bring nothing to the table.
They're the Switzerland of the Western Hemisphere. That's all. They don't hurt anybody. What they do is. Switzerland's neutral.
They just stay out of shit.
Yeah, it's all.
So Canada would never go to war with anyone.
I don't. Unless the U.S. invades.
Oh, They would go to war.
I mean, we're the closest ones.
They
I mean,
wouldn't like Putin started the war with Ukraine, right?
Yeah.
So no one from Canada is not going to start.
Well, they're going to start a war, but maybe they send over some peacekeeping troops down the road if they do some kind of United Nations deal.
You know what I wanted to ask you, Dave? I've had for a while and I completely forgot. Do you remember the whole thing with that Brittany Griner?
You mean when she went to Russia, or
when she got detained in Russia?
Yes.
She was like a Russian prisoner.
Yeah.
For months.
Yeah.
That was pretty bad. That was ridiculous. And do you think that, because I heard someone talking about it today, and they said that it would never have happened if Trump was in office. Do you think that's to be true?
What do you mean? She would have never got detained?
They would have released her. Yeah. She wouldn't have been detained for nearly as long. They think Trump would have got her
would
out.
have put pressure on him, probably.
Yeah. Russia does that all the time. Russia detains Americans over all the time and uses them as bargaining as
so
leverage.
if I go to Russia for vacation,
yeah, you're stupid.
They're going to detain.
You're stupid. It's possibly they could do anything. Look at the kid that died in North Korea. What was the kid's name a couple years ago? They finally got his remains back.
That's his fault. Who wants to go to North Korea?
Well, he went to North Korea. I don't know what he was doing there exactly.
That's his
but
fault.
he was walking down on one of the streets and took one of the propaganda posters off the wall.
I have no sympathy for him.
He's dead for ripping a poster down.
He should be. You know what? Don't go to Costa Rica.
Well, then don't go to Russia. Then why would you want to go to Russia? They got good vodka. Any communist or dictator's country, you're putting yourself in jeopardy if you go there.
No, exactly. But I want to go to Lebanon. I'm Lebanese.
Oh, this is the best time in the world to go. I would go tomorrow.
Is Lebanon a bad place right now?
Well, I mean, they had some incurrence from this war against Hamas.
They're part of that.
Well, no, Lebanon has Lebanon. Listen, Hezbollah is based there.
Oh, Hezbollah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I used to have an uncle in the PLO.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell him to hook you up.
Does the PLO still exist?
No, I don't think it does.
So the PLO kind of morphed into Hezbollah?
The PLO probably fractured off into many groups.
There's that many groups?
There's every other day there's another group.
And they're all terrorists.
They're all terrorists. And they
just sit around plotting to steal my money and then bomb people.
No, they don't. Some dude in India took your money.
Oh.
the terrorists.
Why do you keep saying India?
Well, it's the most logical choice.
India.
It's the most logical choice.
Why can't it be someone from Vermont?
Listen, I just told you last night that the butler, 20-year-old kid on the roof who took a shot at Trump, had assistance, and it was a.
So this is a coordinated.
It just came out.
This is a coordinated effort, Dave. So this is a coordinated effort to take my money. Is that what you're saying? There's like
Absolutely.
a team of people working, and they said, Steve Cully, that's the mark. That's who we're going to get.
Contacted them first, in all fairness.
Why can't you be supportive of me?
I am supportive of you.
I am going through a very rough time. I am struggling, and my friends are not supporting me. You're mocking me. You're mocking me.
It is.
You're mocking me. You're mocking me.
We're half an hour into a political show. We haven't talked shit about politics yet.
We have talked politics. We talked about the PLO
and then your $200 comes back, and then we talk. And then your $200 comes. It's $200, man. It's gone. It's gone.
It's the principle.
Yeah.
You might be able to get it back if you go reach out.
No, I don't want it back. I don't want it back. I want you to support me. I want you to be my friend and support me.
I am your friend.
I want you to stand up for me.
I don't know who to stand up to.
You're laughing. You're laughing at me. No, but I
I'm
am reading.
Laughing at you.
You're laughing at me. You think this is hysterical. You think this is absolutely hysterical.
I could have told you if you told me the whole premise of how you talked to John Mack. I would have told you. If you told me he asked for money, I would have told you. Do not pay him money.
But he's a pseudo celebrity. I would expect him
celebrity.
Right.
I would expect him to ask for something. He was on Trump's cabinet or whatever. Okay, he was part of his team. No, but he was part of his staff.
He was his right-hand man for the last couple of months before January 6th.
He was part of his staff.
He actually got let go. John Kelly.
Yeah, it said that
dumped him in 18.
It said that
because they said he had a gambling problem.
Yes, that's exactly
right.
And he calls underage women.
And then, right, yeah. Well, they were not underage. They were 18. He's not that dumb.
So you are correct. It's saying that the former Kamala's advisor was telling the Dems not to go to this event.
Listen,
That's ridiculous.
The Democrats met with Zelensky before Zelensky met with Trump on Friday, and they told him not to accept the deal. They told him not to.
The Democrats torpedoed the deal?
Yes.
Why?
The senator from Massachusetts. What's his name? Chris.
Massachusetts.
Can't remember his damn name.
Massachusetts.
Last name.
So
senator from Mass. He was. He's going to become the. He will become. He's going to become the spearhead now. He'll be the focus figure when the Democrats rally against Donald Trump.
Really?
He's going to be the
senator from Massachusetts.
Correct. Yep. I think he's going to take over. You're going to see big strides from this guy. You're going to see him the next year or so. He's going to be a larger figure in politics as far as the minority voice and as far as the leadership to resist anything that Trump wants to get done.
Dave, you're trying to find John McEntee, aren't you? You really are. You're trying to do it.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You're trying to find him. You just want to prove that I got scammed, that it wasn't him.
John McEntee won't respond to me.
So he responded to me, but he won't respond to you.
Well, you offered money.
All right. So you're saying he's on TikTok.
Yeah.
So
yes.
I could message him on TikTok.
Yes, I would message him on TikTok.
Okay. Why not? I'm going to find him on TikTok. Yeah,
it's what is it? A date right stuff or right stuff?
Well, there's two of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's date right. I think it's date right.
John McEntee and then John McEntee 2. The one has only 47 followers. It can't be him.
No.
It's got to be this one's got 257 followers.
No, that's not it either.
How do you know that's not him?
Because that's set up. That's just with that. He has tons of followers. You got to look up a date. I think it's date right stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Date right. Date the right. Yeah. Yes. Something like that.
I think it's date right stuff.
Okay. All right. And so you're saying I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And then he's not going to respond.
You're going to do that. He's not going to respond. Absolutely. 100%.
Okay. Date right stuff.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. How many followers does he have?
Okay. 3 point. I'm following him. This is him.
Right.
So you're telling me I'm not talking to this person right
He's got 3. No.
Oh my God.
No.
Is there can I message him?
What's that?
There's got to be a way I can message him, right?
I don't know.
I can't believe this. I can't believe this. This is him. This is him. And I just got railed in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah. I think here's the guy, Dave. Here's the guy he was talking to. I don't know if you can't probably see it. It's got too bright. No, this is the guy you were talking to.
There's 50 million date right stuff.
All right, here's the guy you were talking to right here. That's the guy right there.
You know what's disappointing?
You know what?
When your friends are in need.
A lot for
you're saying I got catfished?
Yeah.
Now I'm getting catfished? Oh.
Catfished.
You know what? You know what's disappointing? I thought I had friends. I thought I had good
That's
friends.
why I'm on this podcast. Even though Johnny McEntee's not on here.
That would support me.
Yeah.
Through anything.
We support you.
I'm here.
And I'm being mocked.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm being humiliated. And I'm being laughed at.
I'm here.
This is my friends. You're supposed to be my friend. You know what? If it happened to you, I wouldn't laugh at you.
You think I'm some diaper-wearing, tear-wrenching liberal pansy that I'm going to be here and stroke you because $200 got scammed?
I'm messaging him now.
You're going to message him right now. Just call me back. I'll give you a grand.
Not sent due to the receiver's settings.
Right. He doesn't want any messages.
Oh my God.
Right. So you can tell him right now you've been scammed. What do you want me to stroke your back? Cry, sympathize, hold hands, kumbaya?
Burton's going to have his number, and I'm going to find out the truth. I cannot believe I can't message him. Dave, can you message him? And he just doesn't respond?
He doesn't respond to me now.
Okay, because it keeps saying it's not sent due to his settings.
Blow him off.
So how do I fight him? Where does he live?
Mumbai.
He lives in.
I don't want the Indian reference.
He's in Bombay.
Why? No. Where's he from? Where's he live?
Maybe he's
by the
Tibet.
Ganges.
Maybe
He's a bedrock. He's up in the Himalayas.
So I can't believe this. This is him. This is him.
Yeah.
You're telling me
That's not him.
that I just got
That's not the guy you sent money to.
That's just
Your guy.
that's just preposterous.
Your guy right now. What time is it? It's we about 9.
That's just
9
preposterous. That's
so
just
it'd be about 9 in the morning over there. No, be about noontime. He's probably bathing in the Ganges River right now. He's taking his steps in.
Oh my God.
Yep.
You know what? People are innately just evil and selfish.
That's what I said.
Yes. Yes.
I did say that.
And this was a coordinated effort. They picked me.
Not really. I don't think they had to coordinate too much.
Because I initiated it. That's why. So it's my fault.
Listen,
So you're victim shaming me now.
No. What?
You're victim shaming me.
Dude,
you're a victim shaming me. I am being a liberal right now.
Dave, we need another host. We need another host.
You're shaming me.
Dave, we need another host. He has turned flaming liberal. His asshole. Asshole is shooting sparks right now. He's so flaming liberal.
I have turned liberal. Okay, so the Democratic senators who blocked the bill. Oh my God!
All of them, 45 of them.
That would have banned males from playing women's sports.
Yeah,
you got to be kidding me. They blocked it.
Yeah, they stand with 19% of America. 79% of Americans. Whether this is a huge issue for them or not,
oh my God,
79% of Americans agree that transgenders can't participate in women's sports. And all 45, and this was a standalone bill. I don't think they were tacking on.
I'm shocked.
I don't think they were tacking on anything on this. All 45 Democrats. And so you can see right now, by them all standing together, if the Republicans don't get the House and the Senate to stay coordinated and on point and on voting correctness, then this is where Trump's plan and Trump's mandate will fail. If they can't get all these senators on together, and I still think there are weak links, especially Murkowski and Collins. Obviously, you're always going to get resistance from them because they feel they have to appease the rest of the voters in their state, and they worry about losing their seat.
But this is a safety issue more than anything.
Yeah, but they don't look at it that way. You got to understand.
They don't.
They don't. They don't look. They look at it, and they look at it two ways.
It's ridiculous.
One, they believe. Okay, they believe there's more than two genders.
There's no way.
Okay, so they believe that if they vote that, then they're taking away the rights of the people that believe that there are different genders.
There's no way that any sane human being can believe there's more than two genders.
Two, if they went ahead and voted with this, then they're giving in to Donald Trump and joining his side on a case.
You're telling me they did this out of spite.
I'm telling you, most likely they did this out of spite to not give him a victory, but also because there's got to be two or three Democrats. There are 2 or 3 to 4 Democratic senators that totally agree with this view, and they would vote it, but they're unified. That's the one thing you got to get. They're unorganized, but it's unorganized unification. If I don't even know if that's a term, but they're organized enough to understand that they can't give any votes to the other side, or else it will make the other side look like they are accomplishing their mission.
Dave, you've coached track, right?
Yes.
Basketball. How would you handle it if you had a transgender that you were coaching?
And the female side?
Yeah, they ran with the boys or played with the boys for basketball.
I can tell you that my brother actually coached one.
I mean, how do you manage it?
I don't know. Like, he's liberal, so he managed it. I would be like,
it has nothing to do with liberal or conservative. Like, how do you?
I think as a coach, as a coach,
yes.
If it's forced upon you, you're probably just coaching whatever's forced upon you for the most
part.
What
age level was that? What age level did your brother have?
High school.
High school.
How did he handle it though? Like, did he treat
my brother's empathetic to the situation, though their situation. He's much more.
Yeah, you're clearly not right.
He's more liberal.
You're not empathetic to my situation.
I can tell you this. This I think is.
Yeah, you think it's funny? Yeah.
If you're coaching a kid, I'm just trying to think about it. Like,
because I've seen wrestlers
on your team. I was put like this: this kid's on your team, claims to be a woman. You either have to say
Claims. Yeah.
you either have to say this is not something I can handle as a coach. I'm not going to do it, or you could
You
view
can't
it
do that,
as I'm just going to coach the kids that are on my team.
Yeah.
And if someone tells me that person's no longer welcome on my team because they're because they shouldn't be because they're a
Would
man.
would you be able to handle it?
You could give him the ball 800 times a game and he could score 700 points a game.
Well, I mean, would you be able to
Listen,
handle it?
I think most coaches probably, like, let's say it was basketball, for example.
Yeah.
They'll be like, all right, I guess I'm just going to win every game.
Right.
I honestly think that. I think that's how coaches are.
No, I'm saying if a girl played
My
with men,
brother was not like, my brother was much more, probably empathetic to the person's situation.
but
Probably
did he?
handled it- yeah, I'm sure he handled it the right way according to whatever the school wanted him to do. You know what I'm saying?
Was it a girl playing with the boys?
I believe it was like a guy that was, there's never a girl playing with guys. It's always
the opposite. Okay, that's what I figured.
But
So
I can tell you this: I coached a girl football player who played with the boys. Okay,
That's different, though. She identified as
she
a
was
female.
a girl. Yes,
Yes.
she was a girl. She was great, by the way. She was tough.
You're kidding me.
She was.
Where did you play?
She was a 3-tech.
What? You played on the line?
She was a D lineman. Yeah,
Really, she played inside.
You put her on the line.
I've seen
she was
DNs.
she was a senior who we played. She played mostly JV.
Right.
Other than on JV, she was one of the better players.
Oh my God.
She was a state sectional champion in the shot put.
Shot put. Okay.
Yeah, but she also
She was tough.
She got into
Obviously.
varsity games because we were at a very good team that year, and we were winning a lot of games by a lot of points. So,
and did she really like football?
Like the whole fourth quarter, quite a few times.
Did she like football? Like really like it?
She loved it.
And you liked her. She was fun to coach. She listened and was coachable.
Yes. What was funny is like when I would say stuff like after practice, where I'd be like, "Are you guys got to do this?" And obviously, it's you.
Yeah, right.
I catch myself. She'd be like, "Coach, just treat me
as one of the boys."
Yeah. Do not change your language for me. Do not do any of that. She's like, I'm a girl, but I understand that I'm on a team that's all boys. She was awesome. I mean,
and she didn't change in the same locker room as the guys, right?
No. She had to go. She would go to girls' locker room. She would get dressed.
Right.
She would get, she would have to get dressed. She was. Interestingly enough, she had a great. Honestly, she had a great personality. She was a big, strong girl.
Yeah.
She was a big, strong girl. I mean, she was like 5'8". She was not slim. But she wasn't fat. Like, I mean, she might have been
like 220,
200.
Yeah,
maybe more. And for high school, she could hold her own kind of at that weight.
And like she could get in the stance and
if she played good minutes against a good team, she would get killed.
Well, obviously, right. But if you put her in, like she was coachable, she did what she was
doing. We're killing that we're not good teams. I mean, she
held
her own against them. I mean, I think she got
how long ago? Oh my God. How long ago was this?
This was 2000. I think she was on the team for a couple of years, 2012, 13, I think.
Okay.
10 years ago. That's good.
Okay.
People always make fun of me because they think I'm conservative and everything like that. I'm like,
well, you are. You're mocking me. So yeah.
No, I'm conservative, but I'm not. I'm still human. Like,
you're fiscally conservative and socially.
She wanted to be on the team. I said, hey, you do everything we do. Absolutely. Why not? I don't care.
Right.
But she wasn't trying to be a woman.
Yes, exactly.
And to beat up. I mean, a man to
beating up on the girls.
To beat up on other girls. Like, I'm not a fan of that.
That's different. I agree.
Like, she had an uphill battle because she was a girl playing against men.
Yes.
So she had an uphill battle. I had a lot of respect for her. She was.
That's what I can't understand.
She's actually a great shot putter. I don't know what happened.
The Democrats all voted this bill down.
Yes.
That just
Yes, because
that's
a segment of that party
Can he
believes
veto it?
a segment of that party believes in backing the more than two gender theory, and the other segment of the party believes in
What about
fighting Trump.
Can't they believe in the science?
No,
There's science.
There is science, and they want you to follow the science when it
You know
comes to
what I
taking a
love
vaccine.
I'm very angry.
Republicans, you know what I love about good-hearted Republicans? To me, they are much more empathetic for the right reasons because people are human beings and you try to help them. But
Yes,
not,
help me.
not,
help me.
But, no, but not at someone who's having a victim
Keep
mentality.
laughing.
Mentality.
I want to go back. Wait,
I am a victim.
Wait, hold your
You
victim.
are a victim.
I'm yes,
Dave,
you're
I want
victim shaming.
I want to interrogate you just for a minute. I want you to answer some questions for me. Number
Sure,
one,
if this has anything to do with me being scammed.
no, I don't care about that. That's over. I've had
You already know
enough.
the answer to that.
Good.
So your family, when you were young, was your household conservative? Are your parents sort of conservative-minded people?
No, it's Jersey. They're all liberals.
What do you say?
Jersey's all liberals.
Said no, it's Jersey.
Growing up, I would say my parents were probably they both were Democrats.
See, I told you.
And they both were, I would say, more middle, like towards the middle.
Sure.
My father now is way more conservative than me. He's like,
as we get older,
Really?
we sort of get that way, anyways.
yes, but he grew up. Look, he always used to say to me, because he's Jewish. He would say to me that when he became more conservative as he got older, his grandparents would be rolling over in their grave because they were like FDR Democrats, you know.
Right.
So
FDR was good.
there were things that FDR did that were great.
FDR. He did the fireside chat.
Set back some things too. I mean, but I can understand why.
He had his back up against the wall, FDR.
Well, the fourth term wasn't.
Yeah. All right. So you're middle of the road household. So you're a middle of the road household. So how does your
we were probably to Democrats, so to the left of middle, you know.
Right. So where did your brother go to school?
My brother went to Duke.
Oh wow.
Okay.
That's liberal.
Right. And my sister went to Vanderbilt.
Yes.
Vandy.
And
okay.
she's the one that's the AD, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to figure the dynamic. I go through like so.
I can tell you the biggest. I think I would say the biggest change in the dynamic between like myself and my siblings, who are I would say, you know, my brother's left on some things, conservative on others, but you would say in general more towards the left. I would say.
Yeah.
My sister is way left on a lot of stuff. She's obviously in academia.
She's in Massachusetts.
But there are some things that she's kind of in the middle of the road on.
Has she ever given her opinion on the two gender?
Well, yeah, especially as an
I don't know. I'm not sure what their opinion. Like I get into this discussion
because Mass is the worst place.
I'm sure Mass is a place where they have to allow it.
It's the worst.
It's, you know, I always come off as I would say to them, they probably view me as like way to the right.
Yes.
I don't really view myself as way to the right. Like I view so you know, I think I grew up in a divorced family. I think I was very empathetic in high school.
Yeah, you're not now.
And no, at college towards people who grew up in different environments.
Thanks, Daryl Anderson. Daryl Anderson says, I'm happy to say thank God we have Donald Trump and they don't. Daryl Anderson, don't ever talk to John McEntee. I'll just tell you that. If you ever hear of him or watch his TikToks, just message him to fuck off.
So I really think that like what formed for me was really, I think when I got into the workplace, you know,
that changes everything.
I definitely was a
said no.
Democrat in college. There's no doubt. Like I liked Clinton in college, you know. But
Well, everyone likes
I think I voted for Bush, the first Bush, and I would say it was probably middle of the road.
Frank voted for Ross Perot.
Absolutely.
I
Do you
voted
believe that?
I voted for Bush both the first two times, but I think I voted for Clinton the second time. I don't remember if I voted in the 2000 election
Clinton
or
did a good
not.
job.
But I definitely voted for Bush the second time. If I didn't vote for him, but I don't remember if I voted in 2000. But I definitely voted in 2004 for Bush.
Yes.
2008, I definitely voted for
Obama.
No, it was who did you run against?
You didn't vote for McCain. No way you voted for McCain.
I voted for McCain. I voted for
God.
Yep. I voted for I voted for McCain, but I was not opposed to Obama.
Yeah, McCain was awful.
Round two, I voted for Romney.
Yeah,
only because I was conservative. I didn't
He's a
like
Mormon.
What Obama was doing. 2016, obviously, I voted for Trump.
Yes.
And I voted for Trump in 2020 and in 2024.
Yeah, but Frank voted for Ross Perot.
Absolutely.
Can you believe he voted for Ross Perot?
I like
Ross
change.
Perot probably cost.
He cost Bush the election because he took votes away from him.
Yeah.
So, would you say your parents had a big influence on you as far as your political views and affiliation?
I think more now. Well, listen, I became really a pretty hardcore conservative in I would say the 2000s when early 2000s.
You had your business.
Yeah, my business was growing, but and my father was already moving in that direction. I think I was probably more conservative than him for a long time, and now I think I'm conservative, but I listen to him. I'm like, good golly, he's incredibly conservative now.
Wow.
So, yeah. I mean,
what do you think made him change?
What Trump did, this is great. You see what Trump did, this is great. He's like these crazy Bidenites, he's crazy liberal. So
did something make him change?
What?
Did something make him change?
I think for my father, Israel's probably a big thing for him.
Oh.
And I think for a long time he thought and I don't want to speak for him, but I think for a long time he thought that the left was going too far left.
The left is way too far left.
He feels like I think he feels like he didn't move at all. He just feels like everybody moved left.
Yeah.
And he feels like he still has the same values, so no doubt. So no doubt, Darryl, you're correct.
Darryl, John McEntee sucks. Just remember that. But I agree with you. The left.
Be careful with the John McEntee thing because this is probably not.
No, it's him.
Fault.
It's him. I'm blaming him until I hear otherwise. The left is really, in my opinion, they're communists. They've turned into be basically communists.
No.
I truly believe that. They are so far
communism. Look, they have signs of communism in what they're doing. There's a lot. I listened to an interesting thing today on Wall Street Journal podcast.
Oh, those are good.
They talked about this group. They were talking about how Silicon Valley has so many radical, like really hardcore radical software people. And there's this group, I can't think of the name of it, but they were like radical vegans who were causing terror. Yes, like trying to kill. Yeah, like.
Well, those are the ones that were in Vermont that killed that border patrol agent.
I think that group.
They were a vegan. They were a liberal, radical vegan cult.
They're angry because they're not.
That's the group. That's the group. That's what I listened to the podcast on today.
Yeah. They assassinated an agent.
They're so idealistic in the things that they view on the left, and are so aligned to these phantom things that not only do they believe it, but they're so delusional that they're dangerous. Some of them.
Clearly.
Right. That's where it becomes. That's where they cross the line, and that's where the party has changed and the thought process has changed. They were a group that you could look at and say, "Wow, they're really messed up," but they're not hurting anybody. Right. Now they're messed up and they're hurting people. They don't realize who they're hurting.
Right.
They don't realize what their votes do to hurt people. They don't, and they think they're helping. See, the problem is that's where the mental derangement comes. They think they're helping people.
Yes.
They think they're helping
they're
people.
Taking care of them.
Okay.
Yes.
And you're not. Yes, certain people in this country need assistance. It's not a handout, but they need help.
Yeah.
They need help. Maybe a single mother who's trying to get a little bit of education, and she's got a kid and she needs help. That's no problem whatsoever. But the problem is when the help turns into handouts. Right. And it turns into the check coming the first of the month. And it turns to people waiting on the porch for the check.
Well, that's what you said they do in Italy.
You know what I remember? This is what turned me conservative. My mother, she was on welfare when we were in high school. When my parents broke up.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were. My father's a teacher, so he had teacher's salary, but they were divorced, so he's giving his money there. Anyway, my mother struggled with jobs and stuff, and she was on welfare, and it became a crutch in a sense because if you made a certain amount of money, then they would take away this.
Yeah.
So it became this bad cycle that she got on, and she had 3 kids. She went to college when she was, once she got divorced, she went to college and finished her degree.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So she was trying to better herself, but these things were becoming crutches for her.
Right.
And she really, she got married young. She didn't really, she's not from America originally. I mean, she went to high school and grammar school, but
she was born in a different country.
11, so she was born in Indonesia, but she's Dutch. They owned it. I mean, you're going back to the 40s.
You're Indonesian?
Well, my ethnic background, I have 20% Polynesian and
you're Samoan?
Yeah, I have Polynesian and Pacific Islander.
Wow. He doesn't look Samoan.
Listen, I would use it to full advantage on those applications.
we didn't know until I went.
That's a hell of
my grandfather is in complete denial. Well, he's dead, but my grandfather would be like, no,
he would be in denial if he's dead, Dave.
We're Dutch. There is no Asian in us. Meanwhile, he's looking at me like he's got big, huge man, but I'm like,
Dave,
no Asian in you.
Dave, that statement you made is the best statement I've ever heard in my life. My grandfather is in denial, but he's dead, so he's dead.
He was in denial, dude. He was complete. If you said to him, "Is there any
Polynesian in you?"
He'd be like, because he's a proud Dutchman,
right.
But he's not.
He was that passionate about being freaking Dutch.
Yes. He was in the Royal Navy. He was very passionate. He was very.
Okay.
He was a soldier, so he was
He was in denial about being Polynesian.
That he had some, and believe me, if you see pictures of him, he looks like he's Polynesian. So
I wanted to ask you this: were they upset with you when you became a born again Christian? Because they're Jewish. Your parents?
My mother's not Jewish. My father's Jewish. My mother is Presbyterian.
Where'd they get married?
What do you mean, where did they get married?
Well, one's Jewish, one's Presbyterian. Where do you get married?
So they got married in church one time. Then they got
synagogue.
Married.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they don't let you. You got to be Jewish.
They're two married. They went one for one person, another for. Yeah.
Oh.
Well, my mother, she didn't convert. She kept her religion. She
stayed Presbyterian.
Presbyterian, yeah.
Okay, but you were raised Jewish.
No, I was raised Presbyterian.
Oh, I thought you were I thought you were Jewish. Okay.
Most kids take what their mother's religion is, and
right.
So if my mother was Jewish and my father was Presbyterian, I would probably be Jewish.
So they didn't push you to be
Presbyterian, and my father was Jewish. I was raised Presbyterian.
Was she insistent on you being Presbyterian?
They allowed us I mean, we were young. They said this is how they said to it. We were like, I don't know. I was already going to church and everything, but my mother and father were like, well, listen, we don't want to like force you. It's up. I was like 10 years old. They said it's up to you. You could go if you want to go be Jewish. You're gonna have to go to what do you call it? What's the school they call it? Whatever, Jewish school for
Jewish school.
5 days. Hebrew school.
Hebrew school. You can speak Hebrew
5 days a week. You know, so you get to be 13 till you're. You
get the
or you could go to, or my mom. I think it was my mother that pitched it. She said, "Well, you can go to Hebrew school 5 days a week
and get a bar mitzvah.
Church on Sundays and Sunday school on Sunday." And what would every kid choose?
Oh, well, okay.
But I wish my mother told me at the end of 13 that I would make all this money. I didn't know
the bar
that.
mitzvah. Yeah,
because when I got confirmed as a Presbyterian in 8th grade, it was like a couple of high fives, and that was like,
so. Then, what made you want to be a born again? Did you have like a vision or hear voices?
I kind of thought like it was pulling me,
but you didn't actually see or hear anything.
I know I didn't see anything, but I thought a guy that was working with me said, "Why don't you come to this church? It's non-denominational."
Right.
And I was like, yeah, maybe I'll go. I walked in there, and I was kind of overcame by the Holy Spirit, believe it or not.
Were you confirmed Catholic?
Yeah.
Where?
He's a Catholic.
Where was I confirmed?
It wasn't St. John's, was it?
It could have been. I think so. I think.
But you're not really religious.
I listen. I believe in God. I was an altar boy for 3 years in Italy.
An altar boy?
I was an altar boy in Italy for 3 years. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
So
good thing you were in Italy.
I'm not. I believe in a God. I'm just honestly. I just believe in people being good. I know there's evil out there.
Nobody's good.
No, they are.
Everyone's selfish.
No, you have to be selfish in the beginning because you can't help yourself first. You can't help anybody else.
Well, of course.
All right. So, but then after that, you know what I mean? I try to look at the good in people. I mean, every race. See, that's the thing. I really think this whole racist thing is beyond blown up. It's beyond everything. Right. And I have friends, and they totally, the racist side is huge for them.
Well, yes,
it's huge for them because they're very
sensitive.
They are because maybe they've gone through a lot of stuff. They see a lot of stuff happening on that, which maybe I don't see as much of it. You know, I have certain beliefs, and I think this country's only 260 years old.
No, I know we're very young.
That's why these people they're trying to say how arrogant we are and how we don't see things in the light like how Europe does, and the Europeans are so much more educated, and they gather together and they're going to be bonding and fight. Europe has had 4,000, 5,000 years to figure this shit out.
Yeah, they've been around.
We've had 260 years, and we've accomplished more and become a world superpower in 260. You know, they're talking about slavery, and slavery's terrible. All right,
it didn't last that long.
Slavery in the rest of the world went on for thousands of years.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was here in the United States for a while, and now there's no slavery in this country anymore. You know where there's slavery still? Saudi Arabia has slavery. Afghanistan has slavery. Russia has slavery. Absolutely.
You're telling me I can go to Russia and get a slave?
They've indentured slaves that are there to do their work. Wow. So the countries,
that's awful.
The rest of the world hasn't figured this shit out yet, and they're coming down on us.
Yeah,
we figured most of the stuff out.
Yeah,
okay. We haven't figured out the cocks on guys yet, or women or whatever. We haven't figured that. We haven't figured the transgender thing out. We haven't figured the LGBTQ community out yet and all that. But
they don't have that problem in the other countries.
It'll happen, or of course they don't. Of course they don't, because they don't allow it. You're saying Democrats are like communists. They're not like communists. In the Soviet Union, you know what they do with gay people? They do just what Saudi Arabia does. They throw them off the roof.
They don't throw.
Listen.
You're telling me you can't be gay in Russia?
You can't be gay in Russia. Not outwardly gay. It's almost illegal to be gay in Russia. It's illegal
to be gay in Russia.
You know how thugs go around the city and beat up people? If they know you're gay, they're going to come out and they're going to pummel you in Russia. Wow. Look it up.
So what do the gay people in Russia do?
They keep it quiet.
Oh,
They keep it underground.
so they don't have like the parades and
There's
stuff like that? The Pride
there's no
parades?
Pride Day in Russia.
Oh,
There's no Pride Day in Russia.
so
So you can't say that the they're not communist. The liberals in
with
our
the
country,
money, I think
the liberals,
they want to raise taxes and give everyone money.
communists are not raising taxes.
And they-
Communists, everybody gets the same shit.
Well, they want to, college to be free.
The benefits and the perks are very small, but they want everyone to be on an even keel. Everyone is
400
fair.
people watching. 400 people.
Well,
John
'cause they
McEntee
know.
is a
John
turd.
McEntee.
I want you all to know that.
The people know we're here to discuss simple politics. I'm not going to go back and forth with a teleprompter behind me and in front of me, excuse me, and then with a screen
Right.
behind me and putting up numbers like, oh, the U.S. gave this many millions and the European. It doesn't matter if you're a level-headed person. Okay,
Yes.
in this country,
Then you
all right?
shouldn't believe in
And you look
transgender.
at your paycheck,
that
and you
too.
see what's being taken out,
That's a
and
lot.
then you know that the money being taken out is going to a lot of things that really don't concern any of us in this country.
Circumcisions in Kenya.
Well, I'm just saying, you got to look at that as a sane person and go, you know what? I would love to help a lot of the people, but I got to help myself first.
Right.
So how do we get this stuff curbed?
Yeah.
Well, we've got Doge now. Oh no, Doge is they're gonna compromise all our information, and he'll have all our security numbers and they don't want any of that shit.
Why would they?
He doesn't need it.
What would that matter?
He doesn't need it. He
Yeah.
doesn't need it. If the government's giving him billions of dollars in grants or whatever, that's fine. Who cares? He's already getting it. They're going in there and they're trying to trim the fat, and they're trimming the fat at warp speed, and that's what's needed. We've got to get rid. Honestly, Dave, the whole Doge angle
We escaped different.
was created.
yeah, it was
okay
by Obama.
to allow Trump's policies to go in effect and not be a detriment to the budget. Because if they're looking to cut $2 trillion, there's going to be $2 trillion added on whatever he's going to be doing down the road for improvements and for policies. So they're trying to make it a balanced, neutral budget. So they're going to cut $2 trillion and they're going to add $2 trillion, and it's going to be the same budget as before, but it's going to look a lot better because we're not giving money away to stupid projects.
But Doge actually has been in existence for years. It was just called something different.
No,
Yes,
no.
I heard it on the
There's
radio.
no, not Doge itself.
No, it was called something
No,
different.
it's what they are is they have not fact checking, but
It was
they have
oversight. There was
oversight committees.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
That's the word.
yeah. See,
But how good have they been working? How good has that oversight committee
It was
been working?
awful.
Right.
That's why Trump reformed
get rid of it. That's right. Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
But that's what I'm saying. People are complaining about Doge. It already existed.
They're arguing.
It just was reformed.
They're arguing and they're saying that this is so terrible and so detrimental, and people are losing.
Well, yeah.
The wildlife
Yeah.
conservation guy is losing his job. I sympathize. I don't want anybody to lose their job. That's got to be the hardest thing. You wake up one day, next day you got no job.
Right.
Okay, and you got a mortgage, and you got a car payment, you got insurance, you got kids.
Yeah.
That's the hard part about that. Maybe this government comes in with a relocation program, a work relocation program. We have jobs. Hey, we got a job for you. You just lost your job in wildlife and conservation.
We'll help you out.
We got a bricklayer's job over in Philly.
That would be nice if they would actually do that.
Well, I don't even know, but these people don't want to take it because they found their dream job. Most of the people in the federal government show up one day a week to work, or don't show up to
Really?
work at all. Of course.
You're telling me a federal job, you only have to show up one day a week.
Most of the federal jobs, okay,
are all
online.
I want one.
They were all online. They're all out doing different things. They're a coordinator, an organizer, a production. Right. That's what they're doing. So they're giving $100,000 to someone to coordinate how to stay home and be on the laptop.
Well,
That's
can you
inefficient.
show me where that is? I want to apply for that.
Well, obviously those jobs have been dumped, so there's nowhere to know to use it anymore.
So, wow.
Yeah.
So, I don't really know my parents. What are my parents
You don't know who your parents are?
politically?
Well, I think your father's conservative. I
He
think
is?
your
Okay.
mom's sort of on the fence. She's
Well,
the middle of the road.
She's nuts. No.
Well, she's not
she's
nuts. There's no party for nuts. Maybe the far left.
She's
you could put
left.
nuts.
She's got to be far left.
But I just don't see. I don't understand how there's no rationality, no common sense anymore. Right?
No.
And if you don't,
it's completely gone.
if you don't read into what is happening, okay, and you just follow, I know whether it's Fox or whatever, or CNN, if you
I
don't
like
read,
the Newsmax.
if you don't read into what is actually happening, okay, then there's no way you should be hating someone or
Right.
boycotting someone.
right,
or
you have no reason. You don't know.
You're just all you're doing is
You're
getting
ignorant.
you're getting information from a third party that's garbage.
Yes.
That's all.
Well, that's what MSNBC's all propaganda.
But they listen. They all are. It just depends what side of the bed you wake
Who'd
up on in the morning.
Joy Behar, she stinks.
Yeah, well, that's the view. The view is the view.
They're all
like-
they're all liberal.
Dave, if Donald Trump was not in office, if there were no politics right now, what would the news channels? How could CNN run 24-hour news? There's nothing else going on in the world.
No,
I watch BBC. I watch BBC International.
I thought you liked Newsmax.
I watch Newsmax too. I watch everything. I watch some MSNBC. I just
You do?
after a while, it's just the Trump bashing.
Oh, it's complete.
Because that's all there is.
It's all personal.
There's nothing else. There's no fires.
Right.
Was there a landslide the other day? Did an airplane not make it? Are there no feel good stories on any of these
No,
networks?
it's all doom and gloom.
Right. You know what I
All
mean?
Doom and gloom.
So I don't know how people.
And I lost $200.
I don't know how people follow these things. I don't know how people support watching things like this. But after a while, my thing is right now the guy's been in office. I don't know,
A month,
50 days, 45 days,
2 months. Yeah,
45 days, Dave. I mean, I'm close to that. So 45 days.
he's done more.
He can't, right, but he can't change the damage that has been done to this country
No, there's the
in 45 days.
There's way too much damage.
So bottom line, this is probably there's going to be a 1 year period that we're going to get out of. We may have some ups and downs in the 1 year period. And then after that, we're going to slide into the midterm elections and we'll see what happens. If things end up being good in that midterm, you'll see a lock and you'll see a Republican Congress for 4 full years. And then they can get really stuff done.
Real change will happen.
Right.
Does Trump get Botox?
Dude, I don't know what he gets on that. He's got some orange. He's got some tint in him.
Okay. So my mother's a liberal and my father's a conservative.
Yeah, I would think so. I would think a little more. I don't think Kate's totally left.
Really?
Yeah. I think she's a middle of the roader.
I don't think she is.
I think she
She likes
with
gay people.
I like gay people too. I know.
Oh.
I have friends that are gay. I don't care. What? No one. That's another thing that bothers me about the LGBTQ community. Right. When I introduce myself, I'm like, "Hey, Cristiano, how you doing?" But when they introduce themselves, they're like, "Hi, Billy Johnson, gay."
They actually they announced that.
Yes.
Huh.
You could do it right at the bat. They come out and they tell you
You're
exactly
telling
what they
me
are.
someone has done that to you.
Absolutely. They come out and they tell you.
Your hand and say, "Hi, I'm gay."
They come out and tell me what the sexual orientation is. I don't give a shit.
Wow.
I don't.
Wow.
Why is that important?
It's not.
Who cares?
Dave, would you ever do that? Hi, I'm Dave. I like women.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, hi, I'm Steve. I like blowjobs. I mean, can you do that?
I mean, if you're giving them, I'm sure people would love to have you say that.
Well, no, I don't want to give it.
Oh, all right. That's just
No, I don't want to give it. All right. Well, this has been a banner episode. So I'm not getting my money back, obviously.
No, you got scammed big time.
And you guys are gonna just, instead of being my friends and supportive, you're mocking and laughing at me. You know what? If it happened to you, I would be empathetic.
I am very empathetic to you.
I would be supportive. I would be supportive to you.
I'm sending a letter to the Indian embassy in New York.
Stop with it's not the Indians.
Oh, sure it is.
It really was him.
India, not Indians.
No,
the Indians are on the res.
It was him. It was
What?
him. I'm telling you, it was him.
Nah, I doubt it.
What makes you think it was him?
Because everything I've read about him is he's a jackass.
Yeah, but
he to come on the podcast, I would expect him to charge some money because he's big time. You don't think he would charge? You just think he would come on for free?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's your mission.
Trump's coming up on 1 hour of talking.
Burton has his number. I'm gonna tell Burton, and Burton's gonna go get him. And then we're gonna call Jimmy Cook.
Yeah.
And he's gonna ping him.
Sure he is.
We're gonna find his account where it's located.
I can imagine.
So all the 375 people watching, I got scammed for $200, and my friends aren't supportive. What do you think of that?
I feel for you.
No, you don't. I'm being laughed at. They're saying it's from India. Dave's mocking me. It's fine, but I don't respect Joan of Arc. Who's Joan of Arc?
Joan of Arc. The
warrior?
French. Yes.
She was
burned at the stake.
She was?
Yeah, she was burned at the stake. Yeah.
Why'd they burn her?
Well, because she led a revolution in the country. She was the warrior of the church.
And they burned her?
Of the non-church, I should say.
She was religious?
Well, she said visions. She had visions of leading armies in to defeat the political realm there, whatever it was in France.
And
at the
they
time.
burned her at the stake.
Yeah, they had to get rid of her.
Romans?
What's that?
Was it the Romans? Who did Joan of Arc fight?
I don't know. I thought it was maybe it was the Romans.
I gotta Google that. Joan of Arc was
Joan
burned
of
at the
Arc
stake.
fought for France during the 100 Years' War.
That's it.
Yeah, but why would you can't burn
He
a
had
woman?
visions of Michael the Archangel, Saint Margaret, and Saint Catherine, who told her to lead the French to victory.
Okay. Maybe I'll have vision.
Against who?
Maybe it was the British who burned her at the stake. It might have been the British.
I thought it was the French. I thought
That's
France
evil.
was split.
You can't do that to women. Why would you? You can't burn women. He's
You can do whatever you want.
Daryl said it was England.
England.
Well, England,
I'm right.
they're
It was
pretty
England.
brutal.
It is England.
What? The
Henry the
English would do that. Wow.
Well, first off the bat, they thought she was a man
Joan of Arc they thought
initially,
was a
right?
man.
I thought this was Joan of Arc. Well, yeah, 'cause she was leading troops.
Did she have a vagina?
Well, you know what? That's probably
they
why they
find that
burned her.
out?
It's probably why they burned her at the stake, because she identified as a man and she was a female.
Oh, because maybe they didn't know.
Well, back then the times were so simple they could probably find out real fast.
Oh my God, I can't believe England would do that.
There weren't many permissions needed to grab crotch.
Did we ever do that in the United States? We never burn people, right? I know we did
Salem
firing
witch
squad.
trials? I don't know. What they do with the Salem witch trials?
Oh,
Yeah, I think Salem and probably down south.
Really?
In the initial years
well,
of
that like
slavery,
the KKK maybe, but
yeah, they probably
I know
burned a few people
we
there
hung
too.
people and they had firing squads.
Sure.
Actually, one of the most, as a kid, one of the most disturbing things they showed us in history was and you probably remember this, was the slaves that were burnt at the stake. What was
Only
it?
in Mexico. He
Might have
said
been
in
a
Mexico they do it.
Slaves.
Daryl said that they burn people at the stake in Mexico.
Well, I don't know if that's at the stake. That's actually cartels burning people inside their cars.
Well, that's all. Well, that's a cartel. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, they just found 9 students in southern Mexico who were on vacation, all dead.
Are you serious?
Really?
Yeah,
They just
Yeah.
like went on spring break.
hacked up. They were butchered, all hacked up.
They went on spring break and
Yeah.
got butchered by the
I don't
cartel.
know if they were Mexican or if they were U.S. They were probably Mexican students. Maybe they were going.
Well,
I
then
don't think it was
we definitely can't let these people come across the border. Then,
that's cartel.
well, exactly. Maybe they're crossing the border.
Well, cartels help people cross the border. They charge an enormous amount of
I
money.
thought they're called coyotes.
Well, the coyotes are independent ones, and probably the cartel. Maybe the cartel links them with coyotes.
Oh.
Cartel can listen. The illegal immigration from Mexico is $1 billion business for the cartels.
Really?
Yeah.
Just like scamming me online. That's $1 billion business.
Right. You should get a coyote to call up
You're
John.
telling me
yourself.
they make that much money helping people cross the border?
Absolutely.
Can we go do that?
No.
I
Can't
wanna go
anymore.
do
The border's
that.
closed. The border's closed.
Maybe we could find a.
They
path.
just sent another 2,000 troops down there.
Oh, okay.
The border,
Well, I mean,
the border is closed.
I mean, if it's that lucrative, I think I would do it.
Steve, I feel bad for you.
That's fine, Dave. Dave. You know what, Dave? Too little, too late. Too little, too late. And tomorrow, when we have Joe and Maria on, we're going to tell them, and I bet you Joe feels bad for me.
Yep.
Joe will not feel bad for you.
I guarantee you, Joe will empathize with me, and he'll be nice. And I'll tell him how my 2 other friends didn't support me. Joe D'Ambrosio will support me.
Trump is 1 hour and 3 minutes into this talk. This is fantastic.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Why?
Why is he keeping people until 10 o'clock at night?
What else do they got to do?
Go to bed.
They don't go. They're out. They go to dinner at night like
Why
that.
didn't they do this at like 9 in the morning?
9 in the morning. Who's going to watch?
Oh, so you're saying the whole only reason for this is for people to watch?
Do you think he's doing this to inform the Democrats of what he's doing? They already know what he's doing.
So this is purely for us to watch.
Yeah, this is for the country to know that promises made, promises kept.
I love Trump, but I think this is just
Why?
it's all ego.
Why? It's great. Look at him. Look, she's
falling asleep.
She's playing a Fortnite game.
She's on her iPhone.
Elizabeth Warren.
Is Cash Patel there?
Elizabeth Warren is messaging the reservation right now.
She said she's Indian.
Yeah,
But she's not really Indian.
No, of course not. They rejected her.
Is she still there?
Yeah, she's there. She's sitting in front.
Is Cash Patel there?
I don't know if he's there. He's not part of. He's part of the administration. He's part of the of his cabinet. Not cabinet. He's FBI.
Who's
director.
that guy?
I don't know.
I like his.
I don't know.
I like his tie.
Yeah, whatever it is, he's not happy.
And the other guy's wearing a bandana. That's inappropriate.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? It is what it is. It's a mixture of everything.
That's inappropriate. All right, Dave. So that is a replay from yesterday, guys. See, Daryl knows it's a replay.
What's a replay?
Daryl said that this is a replay.
This address?
Actually, no. It
says live right up top.
Oh, okay. Well,
it says live.
Well, Daryl's been right about everything else.
Right.
Okay. So, Dave, thank you for a great banner fucking episode. I appreciate it. And, thank you, John McEntee, for joining us. We really appreciate you made the show so much better that you came. Thanks for the support. And the voice of reason asshole here, Frank Cristiano.
Yeah.
So all you guys can go fuck yourself. And this is
what happened to lemonade?
Take 2 oranges, shove them up your ass.
There you go.
There you go.
Good finish.
I'm done. I said I'm done. Go ahead. Hit the button.
Oh, aren't you going to shove me?
No. 2 oranges and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a black dildo and shove it up my ass. That's my close.
Good close.
Why does it have to be black?
Because it's bigger. I want a big black one right up my ass.
Good point.
That's what because I just took it.
It's not safe for the kids.
I took it. I took it tonight. I took it hard. So I admit it.
Take 2 oranges.
No.
Throw them back.
You think